Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Dalton TFs, and I'm very happy to bring you a much awaited review. I know a lot of people have already reviewed this thing in the past 3 days, 4 days, whatever. It's Saturday at the time of this recording, so pretty much everyone's reviewed this figure by now. But let's go ahead and get him in here. This is going to be over the Transformers Masterpiece MP24 Autobot Supreme Commander Star Saber, or Cybertron Supreme Commander, if I can get my words right. And this is a very large box. I mean, this is the largest Masterpiece box I have. I mean, the last Takara Masterpiece figure I had was the MP20 Wheeljack. But you can see here, very nice. It's got MP24 Cybertron Commander Star Saber. Got Transformers written down there, along with the Japanese translation, I'm guessing. You got Takara-Tomy up there, along with the Transformers Masterpiece logo. Sorry if you can see my curtains and everything. This is just a very messy box. There's the side of the box with that nice chrome foliage. Then scoot this back here. Raise the camera up. You can see Star Saber combined here. Then here is Saber. There's the V-Star with the stand, the Saber Jet, and the V-Star, and some more gimmicks and stuff along here. Some bio that I can't read since it's in Japanese. And on the bottom you get your typical legal warnings and everything, along with a picture of all the accessories. So let me get this guy opened up out of packaging and we'll take a look further from here. Okay, and now we have Star Saber, or Saber right now, out of the packaging and in vehicle mode. And, you know, took this guy out, messed it, tried seeing how things went with it, and, so far I really like this. I mean, well, I'll get more into what I like here in a minute, but I do really like this figure. Nice little jet here. Got some die cast here for the thrusters. Got some chrome right here for the chest, what will be the chest paint apps. Really nice white, light paint through here. Actually, that's painted red, and right here it's painted white. So, nice red paint there. Nice tempographed Autobot logos, or Cybertron logos. Got the black paint there. Some gray here. Really nice looking jet. The landing gear does roll very nicely. And for a quick size comparison, let's bring in an older figure. Let's bring in this classic Seeker mold. So he's a little bit bigger than the classic Seeker mold. So there's that. Bring in a current deluxe jet, and that's going to be Skydive here, since they're similar in the style. So yeah, he's quite a bit bigger than today's deluxes. And to bring in a Voyager class figure, bring in Silverbolt. So yeah, I mean, you could consider him like a small Voyager, but we'll get more into that in robot mode, so let's get that out of the way. And before we go any further, let's go ahead and get on to the paperwork. We got the instruction booklet here, which you just undo that tape there. And just undo all that. Got a little advertising slip here. Got your little kind of card, or not quite cardstock, but kind of the paper cardboard kind of cardstock. Really nice image there of Star Saber. Just looks amazing. Got Cybertron Commander there. Then you got his stats right here, which 9s and 10s pretty much across the board. Then right there you got his little catchphrase, when they're going over what's going to come up in the next episode right before they go on to the credits. So let's go. Which, I've watched about half of the series of Victory so far, and I really am liking the series. I really like Star Saber quite a bit. So here's our instruction booklet. Got our little read up of everything that comes in the package. And, just Saber here then gives like a little bio of the main body, I guess. Then it goes over the V-Star, the combined vehicle mode, transformation to Star Saber. Then you got the Saber blade right there, Saber laser, the shield, and on the back you got different color, or different, I guess, sketches of Star Saber. Then you got the original toy. Got the CHMS, I think that's what it's called, or I can't remember what this is called exactly, but then you got the Robot Masters, and then the Armada or Micron Densetsu Star Saber. another sketch using the, I guess this is either animation or Masterpiece model. So there's that. And it says right here at the top, Masterpiece Fan's Choice. He won the poll, so we got him now. So let's go ahead and put this. And in here we've got our bag of accessories. That's opened. We've got our Saber laser or Saber rifle. We've got the Saber shield, which, you know, I'll go over this in a minute, but it will become a flight stand. I'll show that off here in a minute. Our two pieces to make the flight stand. Miniature or smaller handle for Saber to hold for the sword, which I don't know anywhere to store this, so if anyone can tell me, same with this, you know, to store in the vehicle mode, please let me know. Or even in robot mode. I know this can be used for, I will use this for the Saber mode, but if anyone can tell me what to do with this, where to put it, be greatly appreciated. So there's that. And let's bring in the big main part, and that is the V-Star. And watching the series so far, I really am digging this character of Star Saber. It's just a really good series so far in my opinion, and I'm so happy to finally have this. The only problem I have is that landing gear keeps wanting to rotate back up. The other one works fine, but you know, just like before, the wheels roll just fine. I just kind of gotta hold that one up because it's not one to stay. And you get some more die cast. I'll go over that here in a minute. So go ahead and combine this. And one thing I want to mention, this comes separately in the box. I mean, it does separate. I'll get into that in robot mode, but it does separate and store separately in the box. So you want to open this up, and for combination mode, you just want to rotate these wings up, or you can fold them in like that. It's your personal choice. I like doing it like this. Then you take the fins here, close those down, rotate them at an angle, rotate up all this landing gear, like so, and you just want to come in right here. This is going to be hard for me to do because I'm at arm's length and this camera is a little bit backed up compared to what it usually is. So I want to press down on this button. There we go. Now, again, I do not have the original toy of this, or Victory Leo, or even the Robot Masters version, but I just really love this thing, and you know, this is my first chance owning a Star Saber. But there we go, there he is in the full Star Saber vehicle mode. Really cool looking. I love all these paint apps here. You got that nice blue paint here. It is kind of bleeding through the white, but I don't have a big problem with that because this is mainly going to be up against his body anyways. You got that nice Autobot logo there. And unpainted die cast, but I'm okay with it. You got more die cast here. You got these two little wheels right here. Got some nice paint ups there. We'll get more into that in robot mode. We get those fins and all this nice molded in detail. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Just overall a lot of nice detail. Even this is die cast. And you can pull this down, and he's used this a few times from what I've seen in the show. I mean, I've watched like 15 episodes and I've skipped the fillers, so open these. And you've got these little missile pods that he's used a couple of times so far in the series. Really nice, just molded in yellow plastic. Go ahead and close those up. And again, these cannons here are die cast. Here he is next to Acid Storm, which lengthwise, it's going to be hard to do here. I mean, lengthwise they are pretty close. I mean, he's just a little bit longer at the nose. So there's that. Set Acid Storm aside here. The Leader Class Jetfire. So yeah, he is quite a bit bigger than Jetfire. I mean, there you go. Gonna get a better sense of scale. So let's go ahead and set Jetfire aside. And let's go ahead and do this. Just want to pull this off the shield. Slide this piece on. Like so. And this will just plug into there and it will click into place. And you just take this little section here, you want to make sure this is facing forward. And this will go right onto the cob piece on Star Saber. Then you can fold away all this. There we go. That's in place. Fold away all this landing gear. And fold that away. Close that up. And you can store the Saber rifle or Saber laser, whichever you want to call it. I just call it the Saber rifle. You can find, there it is. You just plug that into there, and there you've got a nice flight stand for Star Saber. And that looks really nice. I mean, if I had another one of these, which I know my buddy James has a second one, I'd probably display it like this, or another way you can do it. Let's go ahead and get on to that. Let's take Saber out of here. Open these doors. And we'll set this right over here, out of the way. Alright, to start transformation here on Saber, you just want to open this, or flip these all the way up, flip these wings back. Want to open up the cockpit, and let's go ahead and take a look at the Brain Master, which, give me just a second. Alright, so here we have Nightstick, Spike, Zarek using the Spike, Headmaster mold. And here is the Brain of Courage, or Saber, if you want to call him such. I just call him the Brain of Courage, which, zoom in here. My camera will focus. He's got a lot of really nice paint apps, and it puts the Spike and Daniel and the Spike that came with MP10 to shame just with how well they've painted this. Even the upcoming Raoul figure doesn't even have this well, this small of paint apps. And you can see right there how truly small he is compared to all the other masters. The only type of Power Master, or I don't have a Power Master or God Master. But I do have Spike, there's Zarek, and Nightstick. So there's those compared to him. So let's get these out of the way. One thing I thought it would be cool to have with this is a little Jan figure, since Jan is Saber's kind of foster child, or vice versa. Saber is, Jan's foster parent. But you'll have to watch the series to find out why. So, transformation for this guy, you just want to rotate these feet down. And want to untab what will be the arms. And let's go ahead and remove this front section here. And you just want to take what will be his legs. It's a real pain. I mean, first time I transformed him, I thought it was going to break, but it's just a real pain in the butt to get out. Try splitting them apart first. There we go. And that needs to extend out to there. Same on this side. You need to, let's get these wings out of the way. Extend that out to there. That was a lot easier that time. Let's hold these wings up, and you want to slide this section down. For the arms, you want to raise them up. They're on this little double hinge joint, but we'll get that in a minute. And they're on, let me bring up this camera so you can see this. Just rotated slid the cockpit down. Then you bring this from down here up like so. And want to rotate out the fist. And let's bring out the rest of the arm. What's on this double hinge. On this side, rotate that out. Double hinge. Come on. There we go. And we've got Star Saber mostly in robot mode. He's just missing one thing. He's missing his face and brain. So you just want to open this panel up right here. Take the little Brain of Courage, and this is where he says, "Brain set." Or, in a better voice, because I can't do a Japanese voice. It's worth a crap. Let's get that pegged into there. And you just brain set. There we go. And zoom in here. Very nicely done head sculpt. He's got that little blue visor, and he does have head articulation. Anyway, he's got, if my camera will focus here. Come on. There we go. His head is on a swivel, albeit very tight, but still very nicely molded. Got that nice little yellow paint up there. But he's got a ratcheting shoulder, moves in and out, rotates at the bicep. He's got a joint here at the elbow. Wish there was like a little flap or something like on the inside, like right here, that could have covered that up, but I'm fine with it. His hand does not move. Well, no, it does. It's just because I was on this part. So it does have a little bit of wiggle room there. And let's go ahead and open these up so we can grab the Saber laser, rotate out the handle, and that can just clip into place like so. Come on. Just because I'm going to get it. Come on. There we go. Okay, there he is with the Saber laser. Let's zoom out here. I'll get more into the rest of the articulation in just a second. And real quick, with the swords, they are stored just like the original right here. Just open this up. We got the smaller blade right here. We'll get the bigger one in just a second. Well, here in a few minutes. So we got the smaller blade here, which is nicely chromed and really fingerprint magnet. Just slide that right into this smaller hilt, and this will tab into the palm of his hand if I can get it here. Come on. Work just fine with the gun, so why are you being a pain now? Trying to get it to work here, guys. Please bear with me. There we go. And just close that around the handle. And there's Saber with his sword. And don't want to bend that out. I don't want to end up breaking it. But as far as rest of the articulation, it does not have a waist swivel, unfortunately. But we'll get more into that in the combined mode. It does have nice ratchets here. It does swivel here at the thigh or at the hip. It does swivel at the knee. Bends a good distance at the knee. Does the same in reverse for the combined mode, and again that nice ratcheting sound. And for a quick size comparison, here he is next to the MP20, get it here, wheeljack. So it's a little bit shorter. Here he is next to MP10, which he is about half the size. And here we have him next to Thundercracker. So yeah, he's quite a bit bigger than Thundercracker now. Get him out of the way. Here we've got him next to Skydive, which again, quite a bit bigger. And here we have him next to Silverbolt, which, you know, like I said, he is about that small Voyager large deluxe scale, which really works. I mean, in my opinion, it just works really nice. And now let's get on to the combination with the V-Star. So what we'll need to do first is take out the gun. One thing I completely forgot to mention, and I'm going to try and do this before my, the transformation, is with Saber you can take the nose cone of the jet and basically just flip this down. Got a couple of little tabs here. Those just tab right onto the shoulder. I knew I was forgetting something, and then right as I was finishing the video I realized that I forgot to show that off, so I thought I'd go ahead and do it now if I can get this on here. It's a pain in the butt, but you gotta just line it up just right, and there we go. So there's that, and let's go ahead and get on to the transformation. And take out the small saber blade. Come on, let go, let go. There we go. Okay, there we go. And close up these fists. Oh, come on. There we go. Rotate those back into place. Rotate these arms up as if we're going back into jet mode. Actually, before I do that, there's something I can do with the V-Star that you guys might like. Let me just get him back. Set him aside, and let's go ahead and get the V-Star prepped first. Oh, come on. There we go. Unclip that. We'll set this off to the side for now. Now, one thing you can do with the V-Star is, let's go ahead and get it prepped for the combination. So, untab that, bring that down. Untab. Oh, I can stop bumping the camera. Let's go ahead and bring this out to about there. Come on, there we go. As we can. Now, I know a lot of people don't like this. I mean, you might not. I don't know. Is you can get the same sort of, and sorry for my swearing here, but kind of, well, no swearing, but kind of a poor excuse for a base for Saber to stand behind. And actually, if you untab this from here, you can rotate that up, and you can have them stand on it, but then it's just going to fall back. So let's not do that. Let's go ahead and, one thing I did forget to show off though. Alright, there we go. Went ahead and just turn it back into jet mode. You can actually have him standing on the V-Star, or you can have him kind of sitting on it. Bring one of these antenna up and have him grab a hold of it as if he's riding on the V-Star, like he did in a couple episodes. But I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go ahead and just get this guy prepared for the main robot mode. So you just want to untab these, rotate them down, and they will click into place. And that is a very sturdy and tight click. It's going to be a pain in the butt to get out, and it's very scary to transform it back to vehicle mode afterwards. So okay, that's already clicked in place. Rotate these all, fold them down. To just stand this up, rotate out these feet, and just make sure they're all flat. And there's that. We're gonna have to raise up the camera. And actually, instead of just doing that, let's go ahead and fully raise this in a little bit. And you just want to take the arms and extend them. There's that. Take the arm, extend it, if I can keep my camera from being bumped. And there is the V-Star ready, oh, almost ready. Want to rotate these thigh pieces around so we can actually get some leg articulation in. So rotate that around like so. And now we're ready to transform Saber. So again, let's set this off to the side. And let's get Saber ready. Just want to collapse these arms. Rotate in the fist. Same on the other side, collapse the arm. Rotate the fist. And you just want to bring these down. Like so. And to get his legs ready, you want to slide this down about, let's actually rotate that around. I don't know why I had those the other way. So just enough to have these out of the way, just enough so you can slide the legs about halfway in like so. Close that up. Again, same on this side, just enough to slide the leg down to there, close that up. Want to lift up these little skirt pieces, straighten out the thigh to where it's at a 90-degree angle, and same with the knee, and make sure the feet are folded in. You just want to tab that in together and make sure his head is straight. And you want to just have Saber like this. Go ahead and take him, shows up this camera, and you just want to press down on this button while you kind of finagle him in here. Just be careful because of those thin wings, which is a little bit of a problem that I have with this figure, and is a pain in the butt to... There we go, there's that side. And you will just want to hang on just a second. Okay, never mind. Thought I heard something snap, but it was just clicking into place. Then you just want to take this, just fold these up against him, rotate this back, and there you've got Saber in his armored up mode. I wish the head was just a little bit bigger on the regular Saber figure because this looks a little misproportioned, especially since this is how he usually walks around during the show, is without the helmet. But it does look really nice so far. And right now, you know, in the middle of the transformation, he would shout, "Battle up!" And you would just rotate this down, and that will rotate onto there. The mouth plate will come down. If you didn't see that, hang on a second. It's folded up like so, and you just boop. Don't know how to know my voice there. Rotate these antenna up like so, and in the original toy they'd be pointing straight up like this, but in the anime they're kind of off to the side like so. And one neat little feature they added is you could take this little arm here, disconnect it, bring it down, and for the rest of the transformation you want to untab that, raise this up, fold this up and into place. Then you can take the Saber rifle or Saber laser and put it right there. And there you've got Star Saber fully combined in his robot mode, looking really just awesome. And I don't have Ultra Magnus to compare him to, but I know he is a bit bigger than Ultra Magnus. He's like about that much taller at the head. So right here would be the top of Ultra Magnus's head, and then here would be the top of Magnus's shoulder pads. So again, very large figure, and I'm so happy to have this. So let's do couple size comparisons before I continue. Here we've got Wheeljack, so he really kind of dwarfs Wheeljack. And here he is next to Masterpiece Prime, which isn't standing up all the way, but still you get the picture. He's about up to the bottom part of his shoulder here. And let's bring in a couple of other jets, that being the only Masterpiece Seeker I still have, and that is Acid Storm, which again, he only comes up to Star Saber's shoulder, or elbow. Leader class Jetfire, or Skyfire, whichever you want to call him. And again, comes up to his elbow, so there's that. So let's move on to articulation real quick, and then I'll go into the last few features. His head is same swivel. Can kind of look up, not a whole lot, because then you start exposing the other, you know, the regular Saber head. There we go. His shoulders are on a nice ratchet, 360, and actually, let's fold these back. You can bring these forward, which we'll get more into that here in a minute. Shoulders rotate out there and here. It's a nice degree of motion. Does rotate at the upper part of the elbow as well as the lower part of the arm. Does have a double jointed elbow, which comes up to about there. And he rotates at the wrist as well as moves in and out. His fingers are on two separate joints. The index finger does not extend all the way, but doesn't bother me too much. He does have a bit of an ab crunch. And he does rotate a little bit at the waist, just enough. I don't need him rotating 360 because he's not really going to be doing that, especially with the way he's designed. Does have these little hip guards that can move forward for his hip articulation, which comes to about there, and doesn't rotate very far back. Moves in and out on a really tight and scary ratchet. I mean, I'm always afraid I'm going to end up breaking something. with how tight that is. He does rotate at the thigh. He bends at the knee on a nice ratchet, just a little under 90 degrees. Rotates at the knee. And he's got ankle tilt as well as foot pivot. Yes, I am very happy with this figure, and the only thing I could ask for is that little Jan figure and a Victory Leo to go with this, because from what I've seen and heard, well, I haven't really watched any other reviews, but just by looking at it I can tell, and from what I've heard from people, there is no way to properly combine Victory Leo with this guy. And the thing you can do is you can open this up, and here is the longer saber blade, again covered in fingerprints. Let me take care of that first. Alright, there we go. Just took a microfiber cloth and did what I could to wipe it off. And for the combination for sword mode, or for robot mode sword, I want to take that little opening there, and we'll go, oh, I forgot to show that, is you take this and just pry it open like so. Take this sword blade and it goes right onto there, and this just tabs into place there. It's not going to tab all the way. And you open this portion up right here, and you can rotate out this smaller handle for Saber to use, Victory Saber, or Star Saber to use. Get all my words mixed up here. And you can open up his hand, and the sword just fits nicely into that tab, and you wrap the fingers around it, and there we go. There we got Saber with this Victory Saber with, wow, keep messing that up. Star Saber with his sword, and you can even take the Saber rifle or Saber laser, and you can have him using that, although it's a little loose. It's not too bad, but you can use that if you want him to. Or, and there's two more ors here, take the shield here, as soon as I can get it. There we go. And you can have him equipped with the shield, which if I can get it in place, it looks really nice with that shield, even though I haven't seen him use this shield yet, so I don't know. There we go. So it does look pretty cool with the shield there. I've never seen him use it in the show yet, but it's a nice little add-on that they use, especially the fact that it can turn into a display stand. So not a whole lot else to say. Oh, there is one more thing, and I completely forgot about it until just now. You can open up this, rotate the, let me open that up, rotate this handle back, and you take this little handle piece, and this just clips right in, clips right in like, oh, why be in a pain now. Alright, there's that. Take this, rotate it back, close that back up, and now you've got a longer handle, so you can get him in a pose that he can use both hands to hold the saber blade and get him into some really nice dynamic poses. But again, I'm just really super excited to have this guy. I really love this figure. I could not be happier, unless they, you know, changed a few things. Like, there's not really a whole lot they could do. Like, if they made like a different headpiece for the combined mode, that way you can have him just walking around like he did in the show, instead of in his battle up mode all the time. You can do that. I don't know. And the fact that we need a masterpiece Victory Saber, or Victory Leo, so we can have Victory Saber, along with the Dazaras, some more Brain Masters, and a little Jan figure. I would have liked to have a little Jan figure for him to, you know, hold in his hand or something. But as it stands, this figure is just really nice, and by far, in my opinion, the best. Whoa. And what's weird is, you know, this is only, you know, the end of March, you know, coming up at the time of this video. And in my opinion, this is the best figure to come out so far this year. There's no other figure that compares in my mind with this so far. So I hope in the next few months, you know, the next couple of years, we get, you know, even better and better figures coming from Hasbro and Takara. I don't know what else to say. I mean, this guy is just really awesome. I'm glad to have my own Star Saber finally after so long. And, you know, there's not a whole lot else to say. I mean, if you haven't gotten this guy yet, you need to get him now. At the time of this recording, he is the #1 toy that's selling in Japan right now. And I can imagine why. I mean, this is a great figure. And just... okay, I'm going to stop gushing now, because that's all this is going to be now, is just gushing, because I'm really liking this series so far. I really like this character. Just really awesome. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Check out the gallery down below on my Facebook page, in the description below, along with my Twitter and my Instagram. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, let me know what you think about this, and where can I store this hilt piece? I know the blade can come out and store there, but I don't know where to put this. So please, if you can, tell me where this goes. Other than that, have a great day, have a great, you know, couple days coming up. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, all that stuff down below, along with the gallery for this figure. It's on my Facebook page. Again, that's down in the description below, so check that out. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Alright, before I end up going and completely forgetting about this altogether, I was going to do this earlier, but I completely blanked it out, so just flip these around, and there you get a much better looking torso. So, again, really love this guy. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Stay awesome, guys. Be safe, and keep on trucking. Also, this looks a little weird. I mean, it's kind of a cool little super form thing that I figured out. It's just so weird looking. Someone make a little tiny add-on kit to make this like that little Star Saber at the very beginning, or at the credits him as like a little kid. That'd be hilarious. So, let's get out of the way.